Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about 10 most amazing ancient ruins of the world. Before starting this video, please like this video, and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Number 10. Palenque, Southern Mexico. Palenque is one of Mexico's most impressive Mayan ruins, with thick jungle, waterfalls, and mountains surrounding it. It represents the Mayan civilization's grace and ingenuity in architecture. Palenque's Mayan temples are noted for their architectural design and exquisite sculptures. The site was abandoned at the end of the 10th century. Palenque ruin was first visited in 1773. The important historical site occupies a total area of 1,780 hectares. Only a small portion of the site has been restored, and the majority of Penk is still covered in thick forest. Palenque's restored section includes several temples, sculptures, and bas-relief carvings. At the entrance to Palenque's temple site is an impressive pyramid. It has hieroglyphic inscriptions on it. The Mayan king Pakal's tomb was also discovered on the temple grounds. It is accessible via a stone staircase at the site's lowest level. The tomb is not open to the public. Number 9. Tikal, Northern Guatemala. It is a Mayan city that has been excavated and is one of Guatemala's largest archaeological sites. It was Guatemala's most significant urban center and most prominent cultural center. The Tikal ruins are surrounded by a jungle that covers 222 square miles. In 1840, it was rediscovered. Archaeologists spent 13 years uncovering the foundations at Tikal ruins, and large portions of it remain unearthed. The pre-Columbian Maya civilization's Tikal ruins include a variety of temples, small pyramids, houses, monuments, and palaces. Limestones were used to build a significant portion of the site. There are also Mayan rulers' tombs, water reservoirs, and jail-like parts made of wood. The Great Plaza, which includes the main temples and the ball court, is the most important part of Tikal's ruins. Both temples I and II in the Great Plaza reflect the great monumental style that flourished during Tikal king's reign. The interior of Temple I also revealed the tomb of Tikal king Har Sawa Chan Kayawil. There are also 6 wide pyramids with temple complexes on their summits, that stand at a height of 200 feet. These temples also became the most significant Tikal ruins surviving structures. Number 8. Volubilis, Morocco. Volubilis is Morocco's largest ancient Roman ruins. Volubilis was populated for thousands of years until being abandoned in the 11th century. Many of Volubilis's ruins were also obliterated by a massive earthquake in the 18th century. During the 19th century, it was excavated by the French. Volubilis's archaeological remains also indicate that the site was inhabited by numerous cultures at different times. In 1997, UNESCO named this site as a World Heritage Site. Grey-blue limestones were used to construct the majority of the buildings in Volubilis. The large mosaic floors in these structures are also well known. In the ruins of Volubilis, the Capitoline Temple and Basilica are 2 prominent public buildings. The basilica was once used as a government building. The basilica's interior contains various columns, offices, temples, and statues of rulers. The Capitoline Temple, which is located behind the basilica, was designed to honor Roman gods such as Jupiter, Juno, and Minerva. A triumphal arch, built in 217 to honor Roman Emperor Caracalla, is another notable site inside the Volubilis ruins. Number 7. Ruins of Ayutthaya, Thailand. In 1350, King Ramathinodi I constructed the historical city of Ayutthaya. The Siamese kingdom's second capital was Ayutthaya. The city of Ayutthaya is situated on an island surrounded by 3 rivers that link Ayutthaya to the sea. Ayutthaya is also above the tidal bore from the Gulf of Thailand. In 1767, however, the city was destroyed by the Burmese army. Between 1854 and 1868, King Mongkut completed the first small-scale reconstruction of the region. However, many of Ayutthaya's ruins were destroyed during the reconstruction process. In 1935, the Fine Art Department completed the majority of Ayutthaya's restoration work. It is now a World Heritage Site with a total area of 289 hectares. The majority of Ayutthaya was built of wood, with large parts connected by roads, canals, and moats. Many Buddhist monasteries and huge palaces can be found on the site. All of Ayutthaya's remaining structures are a mixture of architectural styles from India, Japan, China, Persia, and Europe. High-quality mural paintings and crafts were also used to decorate these structures. The site also includes several temples, Buddha statues, and a unique water management system. Number 6. Palmyra, Syria. Palmyra is an ancient Aramaic city in central Syria's Oasis region. The city has long been a major caravan stop for travelers traveling through the Syrian desert, earning it the nickname Bride of the Desert. The city was abandoned in the 16th century, and rediscovered in the 17th century by Western travelers. It is now a World Heritage Site and one of Syria's most popular tourist attractions. Palmyra's art and architecture reflect a synthesis of styles from various civilizations. The largest temple, known as Baral, is the most prominent structure in the ruins of Palmyra. It is regarded as the most significant religious monument in the Middle East from the 1st century AD. Just a small portion of the temple is still standing today. The Great Colonnade, a long row of freestanding columns, is another significant Palmyra relic. Another notable feature of the site is the Valley of the Tombs, a 1-kilometer-long funerary monument. Many significant objects excavated from the site can also be found in the Palmyra Museum. Number 5. Acropolis of Athens, Greece. The Acropolis of Athens is Greece's most well-known acropolis. The Acropolis is home to a host of temples with significant architectural and cultural significance. Following the victory over the Persians in the 5th century, Pericles, a great Greek statesman, arranged and proposed the concept of transforming Athens' rocky hill into artistic monuments. Later, a group of outstanding Greek artists created the Parthenon, Erechtheion, and Propylaea, among other important monuments. The first damage to the Acropolis of Athens occurred in AD 267 during a raid by Herculean. In the decades that followed, the site was frequently destroyed. The site of the Acropolis ruins was designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1987. In 1687, a Venetian assault severely damaged the Parthenon, and other significant monuments on the Acropolis. The Parthenon is the most significant temple among the ruins of Athens' Acropolis. It was constructed between 447 and 437 BC. The temple was devoted to Athena, the Greek goddess. It is the most important remaining structure from Greek culture, which dates from the 5th to 4th centuries BC. Between 2002 and 2010, the Greek government commissioned a large-scale reconstruction of Parthenon. Another significant temple on the north side of the Acropolis is the Erechtheion. It was constructed between 421 and 406 BC. Mnesicles, an Athenian architect, designed it. Erechtheion was built in honor of two Greek gods, Athena and Poseidon. Number 4. Borobudur Temple, Indonesia. Borobudur Temple is a significant Mahayana, Buddhist temple in Indonesia's central Java. It was built between the 8th and 9th centuries, and it took 75 years to complete. It is the world's largest Buddhist monument. Borobudur Temple was abandoned in the 14th century after the Hindu Empire fell apart. For millennia, the site has been concealed from the outside world by volcanic ash. Borobudur Temple was built on several levels atop a hill. With 5 huge terraces, the first floor forms the pyramid's foundation. 3 circular platforms are located above this level, each with thousands of relief panels and hundreds of Buddha statues. The main dome of the Borobudur Temple is surrounded by 72 Buddha statues, and is situated on the top floor. The stone reliefs on the second floor of the temple represent various times in Lord Buddha's life. The Borobudur Temple complex is made up of 3 major temples, the Borobudur Temple, as well as 2 smaller temples known as Mendut Temple and Puran Temple. The Borobudur complex reflects nirvana, or freedom from all karma's consequences, which is Buddhism's ultimate aim. Borobudur Temple also has a collection of Buddha statues. Number 3. Petra, Jordan. Petra is a major archaeological site and ancient city in Jordan, situated between the Dead Sea and the Red Sea. Because of the red rose sandstone from which the site is carved, the area is also known as Rose City. Petra's rock-cut architectural style is well known around the world. Nabateans, ancient inhabitants of northern Arabia, founded the city in 312 BCE. Petra remained unknown to the Western world until 1812, when Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt rediscovered it. In 1985, UNESCO listed Petra as a World Heritage Site. Petra is made up of intricate tombs, channels, tunnels, drainage dams, and temples that are half-built and half-carved into the rock. It used to be the largest caravan stop for travelers, traveling between the Mediterranean and Africa. Just a small portion of Petra's original carvings remain today. The city's water storage and distribution infrastructure is well known. More than 800 monuments, including tombs, mosques, arched gateways, and temples, can be found in Petra's ruins. 3 key royal tombs are cut into the rock face at the site. The Silk Tomb, which is located near the Urn Tomb, is named after the richly colored sandstone from which it is carved. The site's third tomb is known as the Corinthian Tomb. Today, only a small part of the tomb remains. Number 2. Colosseum of Rome, Italy. Located in the Roman Forum in Italy. It is regarded as Roman architecture's pinnacle achievement. It was commissioned by Roman Emperor Vespasian and designed between 70 and 80 AD. Concrete and stone were used to build the Colosseum. It measures 189 meters in length and 156 meters in width. The Colosseum acted primarily as a venue for public spectacles and gladiatorial contests. The Colosseum had a capacity of 50,000 spectators inside. For 390 years, the Romans entertained in this amphitheater. In the 10th century AD, the Colosseum was destroyed. Significant earthquakes in AD 847 and AD 1231 seriously damaged the city. It is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of Italy's most famous tourist destinations. Underneath the amphitheater, there is a network of subterranean passageways. It used to be used to move wild animals to the stadium. It was now available to the general public. The Colosseum had a total of 4 floors and 80 entrances. The interior arena of the Colosseum is mostly made of wood and has a tiered seating structure. The top floor of the Colosseum also contains a museum dedicated to the Greek god Eros. Number 1. Machu Picchu, Peru. Machu Picchu is a collection of Inca ruins, in Peru's Machu Picchu district dating from the 15th century. It's also known as the Inca's Lost City. Machu Picchu is located at an elevation of 2,430 meters above sea level. In 1450, it was constructed as an estate for Inca Emperor Pachacuti. However, after the Spanish conquest of the Inca Empire in the 16th century, it was abandoned. Hiram Bingham, an American historian, rediscovered it in 1911. In 1983, UNESCO named Machu Picchu as a World Heritage Site, based on its outstanding cultural and natural values. Machu Picchu is surrounded by majestic mountain forest and spans a wide area of 35,000 hectares. Temples, palaces, storage rooms, baths, homes, and stone buildings can all be found in the ruins of Machu Picchu. The site's buildings were all carved out of gray granite. More than 50 tons of building blocks were used to create buildings at Machu Picchu. The Temple of the Sun is one of Machu Picchu's most prominent and spiritually significant buildings. It was made of mud and stones. Within the sanctuary, there is also an altar. It aided the Incas in determining the site's attitude by aligning the sun with the temple's rocks. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.